Dear participants, welcome at the NALAS online course, Introduction to Asset Management in Water Sector. My name is Miodrag Kolic, NALAS Project Manager, and I will be coordinator for this course. The aim of this webinar is to provide to participants practical information for logging in the course and information about the content, activities, and tasks of this course. Dear participants, thank you for your participation in the course. You have been nominated by your local government association to participate in this course. This is the very first delivery of this course of NALAS e-Academy, and your feedback will be highly appreciated and will help us to improve the quality of our courses. Before starting with the presentation, I would like to say some words about NALAS. NALAS is a network of association of local authorities of Southeast Europe. The network brings together 14 associations which represent roughly 9,000 local authorities directly elected by more than 80 million citizens in the region. The NALAS Secretariat is based in Skopje and is responsible for the overall coordination and implementation of the activities. NALAS promotes the processes of decentralization, considering local self-government as a key issue in the current processes of transition affecting the various countries in Southeast Europe. NALAS builds partnerships in order to contribute to reconciliation and stabilization process in the region and contributes to the processes of European integration of the whole region. NALAS initiates and carries out regional initiatives for its members and helps the associations to become viable representative of local authorities vis-à-vis central government. NALAS aims to provide services to local governments for the benefit of the citizens in the region. For more information about NALAS and our activities, you can find on our official website www.nalas.eu. This online course, Introduction to Asset Management in Water Sector, is developed by NALAS within the project Asset Management for Water and Sanitation Sector in Southeast Europe. The project was funded by the German Ministry of Economic Development and Cooperation and the Government of Switzerland and was implemented by GIZ, ORF-MMS project and the Network of Association of Local Authorities of Southeast Europe, NALAS, while NALAS e-Academy is established in partnership with the World Bank. The goal of this course is to raise the awareness of the participants about the purpose, benefits, and scope of asset management in the water sector and sanitation sector. By the end of the course, participants will have improved understanding of the concept, elements, and processes related to systemic and proactive asset management, will understand the government's decision-making arrangement in asset management, will understand the correlation among the financial, institutional, and technical aspects in asset management, and through the presentation of innovative tools, techniques, and best practices in asset management, and creation of useful platform for effective exchange of knowledge and experience among participants. The course has been designed for mayors, members of city council, manager, and key staff in public utility companies, employees in the municipal department for utility affairs, managers in land directorates, also all those who work on asset management issues on a daily basis and who constantly deal with multiple challenges in resolving the financial, technical, and legal aspect of infrastructure management in the water sector. This will be a unique 6 weeks learning experience lasting from 11th of December to end of January next year. Together with me is Ms. Tanja Pavlović-Križanić, asset management expert, and she will be course facilitator and she will lead you through this course. Now, I will invite Ms. Tanja Pavlović-Križanić to present herself and to give introduction about the asset management and the importance of asset management.
Hello, my name is Tanja Pavlović-Križanić. I'm asset management and policy and legal expert. So I'm working on asset management issues and in NALAS countries on asset management issues and in water utilities for more than 20 years. So I will be here with you in the next 6 weeks to guide you through the process and to work with you on all these asset management issues that Miodrag already explained. So what is basically asset management and what we will do in the next 6 weeks? Asset management is the way how to keep your water and wastewater system in a good health. One simple definition is thinking of it as a process for maintaining a desired level of customer service at the best appropriate cost. Asset management includes inventory of assets, scheduling and tracking maintenance tasks through work orders, and managing the budgeted and actual annual expenses and revenues of the water companies. Asset management in water utilities give decision makers both in water utilities and also in founders, in municipalities, documented understanding of what's going on with assets, what assets they have, how long they are going to last, how much it's going to cost to repair assets, how much it will cost to rehabilitate or replace assets. Asset management also provides financial projections and allows the utility to see its tariffs and other revenue generating mechanisms are sufficient to cover operating and at least partially investment costs. The key elements of asset management are a level of service definition, which is currently the main problem in the region, and we will explain later why is it the problem. Establishment of geospatial information system, asset identification and evaluation, failure impact evaluation and risk management, rehabilitation and replacement planning, maintenance and analysis and planning, and also financial management. What really came out of it was the notion that we need to manage our assets throughout their entire life cycle. Managing assets is, in fact, just knowing what we have, how assets should be maintained, and how much it will cost to maintain assets until they are not longer useful. How systems in NALAS countries now operate. You will see on these slides basically what are the real problems of the water utilities in the region. Due to the lack of the funds and due to the systematic long-term underinvestment in fixed assets of the utility companies do basically are not working properly, and the results is inadequate provision of services and extremely high maintenance costs. Also, what users of the services usually notice is inefficient performance of activities and performance of services because water pipes are not replaced, and basically it usually causes huge water losses on distribution network and higher costs of production. A higher level of water loss in the network usually have as a consequence inadequate maintenance, and the problem what really all utilities face is lack of funds for replacement of worn out parts of the system, and production costs are extremely high. Production costs in utilities in the region usually are not covered from commercial revenues, and this is the major problem. Let's move to the next slide. Majority of the utilities in the region basically apply this run to the failure management model, which is the worst model for asset management. Basically means that all municipal assets are replaced only when they are totally worn out. How does it function right now? The assets that make up water and wastewater utilities generally have a fixed life cycle and lose value over time as the system ages and deteriorates. Along with this deterioration, the ability of the utility to reliably deliver the level of services that utility customers expect may be compromised. As physical system assets age and deteriorate, the cost of operation and maintenance increase. It is a classical example of the principle pay me now or pay me considerably more later. Similarly, if sufficient revenues are not reserved, then the system's assets are not adequately maintained and the utility may be faced with excessive costs that water utilities cannot afford when the system components fail altogether. To make it clear and simple, water and wastewater assets that are not regularly maintained usually deteriorate faster than expected and lead to the higher replacement and emergency response cost, which is basically vicious circle in the asset management and vicious circle in majority of the water and wastewater companies in the region. So without adequate asset management system, company will not be able to face all these complex problems in the maintenance of the system. What new asset management practices will bring and what are expected results for the water utilities? So what new practices will make? They will give the management the basis to make good decisions on the replacement of the deteriorated assets in the right time of their life cycle. And it will bring a longer life cycle of the asset. It will prevent its physical degradation. It will increase, of course, the capital expenditures, repair, rehabilitation, and replacement, and increase the revenues, the collection rate, because the citizens will be, and the other users of the services will be more satisfied with the quality of the services, and will be help company to stop flushing money down to the toilet, because it will pay much less for the replacement and the rehabilitation of the assets. Why this course and why decision makers should learn more about asset management? Asset management techniques are the most powerful tool for fact-based decision-making process in the water and wastewater utility. So without proper data, decision makers are not able to bring proper decisions about investments and to prioritize investments. So data integration, which will be achieved from adequate asset management techniques, data network on operations and maintenance, commercial data, will enable better decision making, will enable better internal coordination in water management company and with its founder, with municipality, and will establish the sound technical tool for decision making and improved effectiveness and efficiency of the company. I have to highlight here that the role of decision makers is decisive in implementation of the sound asset management plan. It's have to build, and the management should build a dedicated team of personnel in the company and stakeholders outside of the company, and to gather reliable starting data from different sources, and also to prepare realistic and sustainable asset management strategy and short-term asset management plan. Implementing adequate asset and the feasible asset management plan will help water utility to address high priority asset needs, which is critical to utility performance, and to identify the costs of operating the utility and to plan the future capital spending. Why this course? Basically, insufficient public investment in water and sanitation infrastructure represent for decades a critical issue for all NALAS countries. Approximately 50% of the network in water utilities in NALAS countries was built in the past 25 years. Further 35% was up to 50 years old, and there is estimation that about 15% of the network and was up to 100 years old. The infrastructure, especially in the smaller cities and villages, is in really bad condition, and it requires urgent upgrading or replacement. The old age and the poor condition of the network accounts for frequent leakages and failures in the distribution system, and you are pretty aware of that. In NALAS countries, in the vast majority of the utilities, there are low water rates, and leaking water installations in buildings and poor water conservation encouraged high water consumption per capita. Water tariffs are inadequate to cover even operational expenses, so water utilities basically operate with funding from external resources from their founders. And the asset management policies are basically in the nascent level in many utilities, and the companies lack strategic approach to both commercial and technical issues from the managerial perspective. In many utilities, problems and issues in management of assets are not addressed in systematic and organized way, and both from organizational, commercial, and engineering and technical aspects. So that is the reason that the course is organized, and that is the reason why we wanted to address these problems and to introduce these problems to the managers in the municipalities, and also key managers to the in water utilities.
Okay, thank you, Tanya, for your very interesting presentation. A short intro about the importance of asset management and why this course. And our participants in the next 6 weeks through 6 different modules will have opportunity to learn more about the asset management and to understand the importance why asset management is needed for improvement of the management operations in utilities and in municipalities. So we have 6 modules in the course. First one is importance of asset management. Module 2 is infrastructure asset management system and resources. Module 3, asset management techniques. Module 4, financial aspects of asset management, and then planning elements of asset management. And at the end, very important part is asset management data. Asset data management. So our proposal for this course is that until the end of this year, we try to complete first 3 modules, and then to have a short winter break, and to continue with the last 3 modules from 4 to 6 in the second half of January. Certainly, you will have possibility to use the winter break or to finish the first modules, tasks, and assignments, or to start to work on the last 3 modules. And in your work in this course, you will, in the whole duration of this course, you will have the support of the course facilitator. Why online learning? Because it is a new modern way how we can use the modern technology and techniques to learn in this modern society, when we have every day's obligation of working at home, and we can individually organize our time when we want to learn something new, to find your own peace. And we have a lot of readings and watching and different tasks that we will do on the course. It's very important is that you will have opportunity to exchange with the colleagues, with other participants about your views, about to write comments on different topics of discussion, and all of this will be supported by your facilitator. Practically, this is a blended learning that will help you to easy to learn the about the asset management. So in this course we have several learning methods. You will have different reading materials that you can read and use. Some of them are obligatory, but some of them are additional readings, a list of additional readings that you can use as you need upon your interest. There is videos on different case studies. As we said, the forum discussion will be supported by the facilitator. You will have several assignments, a quiz, and tests that you will have to complete during the course. But how we are logging in the course? This is a simple instruction. You should visit the NALAS Academy platform, and here you can you will have to select the asset management course in English language, and to select the option for creation of new account. Then you will fill in the requested information, and you will have to send them for information. And after this, you will receive an email from us with a link how to complete your registration. And after that, you will have the access to the course and to the information in the course. So practically, this is the first window that you will see when you log in into the course. You can see, you can navigate yourself through the pages, and here are the 6 modules that we mentioned. And this is the intro page. When you click on the first module, the navigation will show you the next slide, where you have more information about the module. The content of the first module is practically, we have more readings and input information for the asset management. Practically, you have 2 lessons, basic information on asset management and regulatory institutional framework for asset management. Then you will see on the right side, you can find some two case studies from the Belgrade Waterworks and Sewage and Bielina Water Joint Stock Company. Also, you can find interesting links about the asset management, then a series of publication in articles, some of them developed within the NALAS asset management project, and also a list of several manuals as additional readings. Also, we have a small training tool for asset management. So you, with your colleague, you can practice a process of asset management by entering the data for different assets and producing the reports, asset management reports. When you click on the first lesson of this module, you can find the table of content of the first lesson, and you can navigate through the content by using the arrows left and right, going back and forward, or you can watch, if you want, a video of this content, or you can print or use the PDF presentation. And also, for all these next modules, you will have the opportunity to read on the web site the materials, or to watch the video, or to have the PDF presentation downloaded for you. The module 2 has also two lessons and also has two tasks for you. You have two forum discussions. For the forum discussions, you have instruction how to complete the task, and about the points that you can score by successfully completing the task. You should click the button for add a new discussion topic, and then on the area you can add the subject of your discussion, and you can write the content of your article, of your assignment, and also you can use this the topics and forum discussion from your participants. You will at the end have to click post to forum, and with that your forum discussion will be posted and visible to other participants. In the module 3, we have 3 lessons. The module 3 is about asset management techniques. So we have here 3 lessons: asset inventory, assessment of asset condition and performance, and risk assessment and risk management. Here, one of the assignments is to have a test on the content. It's a very user-friendly test. By using this option, you have to click on the preview quiz now and start to answering the questions by navigating on the number of the question. You can ask and use one or more option. You can see the instruction of how many answers are correct, and by next, clicking by the button on the next, you can complete the quiz, and at the end you will see the results of your answers. And if you're not satisfied with your results, you can return back to the quiz. The final, so you can complete the test several times. The final score will be the score that will be taken in the account when we summarize, and the course facilitator summarize your scores. The module 4 talks about the financial aspects of the asset management, and in the content you can find the 2 lessons: asset depreciation and asset valuation, and also two assignments for you. In the module 5, planning elements of asset management, we have 2 lessons: asset management strategy and asset management plan. And here we have 1 forum discussion for assignment and 1 test. And the last module 6, is about asset data management, and it's talk about asset data management and codification, and asset management system and software solution. So it's very user-friendly. Take your time to see what are the options, where you can find the different options to use, and you can navigate through the course on the several locations on the page. One of the options is to navigate through the modules, or to go down on the page and look for the content of the module, and by clicking of the links you can visit the information you are looking for. Practically you have several tasks to do in this assignment. First of all, to read the required materials, and if you want to read the additional materials that are available for you, to watch the videos and presentation, to do quiz and test, and to participate in the forum discussion by providing response to the questions or commenting the discussion of your colleagues, and on that learning from and exchange experience with the colleagues. For each of the tasks there is a grading scores. At the end they will be evaluated by the facilitators, and for all of those that successfully pass the test, we will hand out certificates for successful participation in the course, and these certificates will be delivered to you by your association of local authorities. For all questions, for all additional information and support, you can contact the team of the team that is providing the support. You can contact me as a coordinator of this course. You have my email address, or you will be, and you can contact. You will be in the daily communication with Tanya, and you can contact also Tanya for various issues, or if there is some technical problems and issue, you can contact our colleague Mr. Branislav Jovanovic for technical support. Thank you very much for your participation at this introductory webinar, and with this we are finishing the webinar. I would like to thank you again for your time, and I hope that you will enjoy this course.